Welcome, everyone, to Intensity Broadcasting for coverage of the LNS Customs Super Late Models Series. Tonight, these late models will be taking on Charlotte Motor Speedway. And it is not, I was actually surprised when I heard that these late models were racing on the big track. Because I actually thought they were going to be racing on the Legends Oval. Late models aren't really known for racing on mile and a halfs, but here we are at Charlotte. This should be an interesting one, a fun one. But I know I said in the beginning, this is the Super Late Model Series. It is not. These are late models out on track right now. Right now in practice, we see Sean Langton currently on the top of the board with a 35.34 as his fastest time. We know Sean's fast. He's already got one win this season. Now, before we get too much into the racing action, we got to thank, first of all, the series sponsor, LNS Customs. LNS Customs is your one-stop shop for fabrication, paintwork, bodywork, and fixing any mechanical issues. They've been around since 2017 and are located in Prospect Hill, North Carolina. And if you want any more information on how you can get some fabrication, paintwork, bodywork, and mechanical issues done on your vehicle, then visit their website at l&scustoms.com. We'd also like to thank the race sponsor for tonight's race. Tonight's race is the Club Jerky I Love Jerky 100. And since 2014, Club Jerky has been delivering the best tasting beef jerky from America's highest rated craft jerky makers. Club Jerky constantly searches the country to find the best tasting beef jerky around. Only the best is delivered to their members of Club Jerky and gift recipients. Now, here's how it works if you want to get Club Jerky to your house. First, you got to select the amount of beef jerky you want them to send you each month. Tell them where to send the beef jerky, whether it's your home, it can be your office, or even you don't even have to send it yourself. You can also send it to someone special. And like magic, the fresh and delicious jerky will arrive in the mail every month. So if you are a fan of beef jerky, I enjoy it. I am a big fan of beef jerky, and I know some of you watching are as well. Then go order some delicious jerky at clubjerky.com. It's the perfect website for any beef jerky fan. Now, enough about beef jerky. Let's go ahead and take a look at the racing action right now. Again, Sean Langton is on the top of the board with a 35.34 as his fastest time. Seth French is in second. He's only a hundredth off of Langton's time, 35.35. Stephen Rochefort with the 35.37. William Kruzka with the 35.39. And then Greg Brazo with the 35.40. Actually, the top six is less than a tenth off of each other. So the field running very close to each other right now. I think this is going to be a fast, fun, competitive race here. And, I almost forgot. We also have to do the Mayhem Racing League member spotlights of the race, starting off with your first member spotlight. Let's go ahead and shout out the guy from Shacklefords, Virginia, R.F. Boyer. There he is right there from my home state. His sponsors include Boyer Motor Company Incorporated and the University of Virginia. And his hobbies include petting his cat, racing, and hanging out with world record holder friends. Interesting. And then our second member spotlight for the Mayhem Racing League got Thomas Eggleston, driver of the number 78, the best number. He's from Westfield, Wisconsin. Sponsors include Taurus Firearms, Winchester Ammo, and his hobbies include classic vehicle restoration and building model cars. So there you go. R.F. Boyer, Thomas Eggleston are your two member spotlights of the race. We do this just so you can get to know some of the drivers in the league here in the LNS Customs Late Model Series. On track right now for qualifying. Each driver gets 2 laps to try to put their best time on the board, and we will see who that is going to be. I have a feeling that we're going to see a lot of close times We're watching Stephen Rochefort. I know he is currently in the top. He was in the top 5 in practice. Oh, I do want to shout out our point standings after 3 races. Points are still extremely tight. Sean Langton, 129 points, average start of 8th, average finish of 3rd. He is your points leader. Jesse Baker, 2nd with 124. He's only 5 points off the lead. Thomas Eggleston is 3rd with 122. And then 4th, we see David Sheets. And also 4th is Mike Durfee. We actually have a tie for 4th and 5th. Drivers getting on the board. Shanna Harton with the 35.46. As I say that, Stephen Rochefort to the top of the board with the 35.43. He is the fastest, and we know he is fast. Again, I mentioned earlier, he was in the top 5 in practice. Let's see if he can improve on his second time. Normally, the second lap is the faster one, typically. Shanna Harton back to the top. Gains 0.2 there with the 35.41. And there we go. Stephen Rochefort with the 35.40 as his fastest time. Very, very tight race. It was a very, very tight race for the pole, but Rochefort beats Harton by 1/100th of a second. That's how close the battle was. For the pole, we still have some drivers that still need to qualify. Mike Wallace, William Kruska on track right now. Greg Brazo is in the top 3 with a 35.45 as his fastest time. He's only 0.05 off the leader. Seth French showing everyone what he can do with the 35.37. First driver to break into the 35.3s here in qualifying. That's 0.3 faster than Stephen Rochefort. 54. Running good. Got Greg Brazo still on track right now. I believe I know what he's doing. Greg Brazo is actually staying out and turning more laps than he was required to, just to get a little bit of extra practice time, and I do that myself sometimes. Jesse Baker on track, getting ready to set his first times. There's a few other drivers also staying out after they've completed their laps. Lap number 1 for Jesse Baker. Dives down to the white line. He's actually about in the middle of the corner there. How's he going to stack up with the rest of these drivers? Ooh, I believe he tapped the wall a little bit there. What's he going to get? He breaks into the top 10, 35.66, but he's got to gain 0.3 if he wants to get up there to your current pole sitter, Seth French. Will this be a better lap? We'll see here. Also, will he have enough time? I believe there's 5 minutes here in qualifying. No, he did not have enough time to complete his second lap. So the field is set, and we are gridding for your feature event here in the LNS Customs Late Model Series. Let's take a look at your starting lineup. Starting on the pole with a scorching time of 35.371. Seth French starting on the pole. Outside of him, we have Stephen Rochefort in the 66th. Third from Canada, Shanna Harton. Then out on the outside, row 2, we have Greg Brazo. And then rounding out your top 5 with Sheets Racing, it's the 06 of David Sheets. Sean Langton, he's got 1 win this season. In the 7 is starting 6th. William Kruska in the 14, starting 7th. Outside of him, got Thomas Eggleston. He's one of your driver spotlight drivers, starting 8th. Trevor Olsen, 9th. And then rounding out your top 10, Jesse Baker. Got Michael Wallace from Canada, starting 11th. David Ankenbauer, 12th. 13th is Ron Weathley Jr. 14th, R.F. Boyer in the 12. And then starting in 15th, rounding out your top 15, it's David Guarino in the 68. 16th, we have Dustin Olsen in the 5. He's with Flat Out Racing. Thomas Frisch in the 77, starting 17th. And then these last 3 drivers did not set a qualifying time. Alan Warnecki starting 18th in the 72. 19th is going to be Mike Durfee. And then rounding at your top 20, starting in the back, it's Jordan Durant. The field is set. We're all lined up, ready to go here at Charlotte for 100 laps of action. Last week, we were at South Boston Speedway, and in his first ever race in this league, Alan Warnecki took the victory. Led 60 out of the 100 laps. Was extremely fast out there. We saw Thomas Frisch, though. He ended up finishing second. Jesse Baker third. Sean Langton fourth. Trevor Olsen fifth. Saw 7 cautions and only 1 lead change. Now, the format for this one. They got unlimited tire sets and 1 fast repair. So if we see any cautions, these drivers are going to have to be thinking about how they're going to use their fast repair wisely. Also, let's take a look at the race info. Right now, 78 degrees Fahrenheit, 55% humidity, partly cloudy skies, 2 miles per hour wind speed. Charlotte is very, very close to 1.5. We rounded up. It's actually 1.45. And it's located in real life in Concord, North Carolina. Been to the track, beautiful facility. And I'm excited to watch some racing here tonight. Here we go. Got the pace car dropping in. Coming to green. And there we go. Green flag is out here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. 100 laps for these late model drivers. And we're pretty much side by side as we cross the line. Stephen Rochefort, Seth French side by side as we go into turn 1. We're seeing Seth French as actually getting a little bit of a run on the bottom. And then there we go. Seth French getting clear, started on the pole, and he's now clear and in the lead. Stephen Rochefort, though, right on his back bumper, trying to take that lead away from him. They were side by side. We know the 66 is fast. He's just got to try to set up the pass here. As the first lap is completed, Rochefort has to make a pass fast. He's got Brazo right on his back bumper, breathing down his neck. And Brazo's closing in on Rochefort fast. He got right up to that back bumper of that 66 machine. Brazo looking low. Trying to find anything he can to get up to that 66, trying to find any speed. The majority of the field just ran their fastest lap last time by.
All right, man, caution is out. Caution is out.
And Greg Brazo, he has the fastest lap of the race so far. He's closing on Rochefort fast. And we have our first caution flag. So let's go ahead and take a look at your wreckage replay. See what happened. Here we go. Right now we're watching R.F. Boyer. He was one of our driver spotlight. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Let me rewind a little bit. That is, whew. Whoever that was just got some airtime. That was Ron Weathley Jr. Ooh, like slowly drifted up the tracker, washed up right into that yellow wall. See, he gets some airtime. His right tires just fly up in the air. The 5 barely misses getting hit. The 68 of Guarino makes some contact and bouncing around like a bouncy ball there. Ron Weasley Jr. right up into Boyer's line, and man, that 12 and 23, both cars are destroyed. I think one of them, if not both of them, are going to have to use that fast repair early on. Not what they wanted. So we see David Guarino, Mike Durfee, R.F. Boyer, Ron Weasley Jr. on pit road. I believe Mike Durfee isn't coming in for damage. I believe he's coming in just to get some tires. So we are currently under caution here for some pace laps. Seth French started on the pole, and he's kept the lead so far. Rochefort was right up there, side by side with the lead and on the French's back bumper for a little bit. And then Greg Brazo, he was hot on Rochefort's heels there. Next couple of laps, I wouldn't have been surprised if we saw Brazo try to make a pass, but caution ended up coming out. Right now, biggest mover, Jordan Duran's. Jordan started in the back and has already made his way up 6 spots. I believe he was able to just avoid that wreck that we saw with Boyer and Weasley Jr. David Sheets lost a ton of spots after the initial start. He wasn't started in the top 5, but he fell all the way to 10th. We'll see if he can make his way back up here on the next restart. It's like we got Alan Warnecki on track. I believe he got his lap back. I know Alan Warnecki actually didn't make it to the grid. He had to start late, but he came in and he's on track right now, and he's on the lead lap competing with these drivers. He's got a chance to win. He won last race at South Boston. We know he's fast. He has a tall task, though, of making his way up to the field from the front to the back. I believe this time by we're going to see the lights on the pace car go off. Yep, lights are off. Getting ready to go back green here. On the front row, it's going to be exactly how we started this race. Seth French on the bottom. Stephen Rochefort on the top behind them. Got Greg Brazo and Sean Langton. Watch out for that 7 of Langton. He's already got a win this year. We know he's fast. See if he can get a good run on this restart. Still 18 cars on the lead lap. We lost to 2 are down a lap. Boyer and Weasley, both of them involved in that previous wreck. There goes the pace car making that hard left turn onto pit road. Green flag is back out. We see Seth French taking off already. Gets clear of Rochefort, and he's taken off like a rocket. That 54 of Seth French looking extremely fast here early on. We see Sean Langton side by side with Brazo for third. Langton at a little bit of a disadvantage being on the outside. Brazo with the nose right now. He's looking low. I think he's actually trying to get under Rochefort for second here. Brazo gets by Langton. He's now in third, and I think we're going to see that 66 try to track down, that 12 try to track down that 66 of Rochefort. Rochefort is actually gaining on Seth French a little bit, getting up to the back bumper. Brazo looking low here on the back straightaway. Is he going to try to do something here in 3 and 4? No, couldn't quite get to the rear quarter panel of that 66. Sean Langton looking low, trying to take third back. Rochefort is right there. He can make a pass at any moment, try to make a move here. 10 completed, 90 more to go for these drivers. Rochefort, we saw him looking low once again. There goes Langton on the bottom. That's the preferred groove here at Charlotte, and he flies right by Greg Brazo. Sean Langton is in third place now. He's looking to try to get up there to your top two, Seth French, Stephen Rochefort. There's a 3/10 gap between second and third place. Let's see if he can reel Rochefort in here. You see that 66 Domino's machine still right on Seth French's back bumper. Looking to try to set up the pass on Seth French. There he goes, looking low here in 3 and 4. Maybe trying to set something out here for 1 and 2. Just trying to find what's going to work for him if he's going to try to get by this 54. Once again, we see Rochefort looking low. He's right up to that back bumper. He's looked high, he's looked low. Still hasn't quite been able to get the run that he wants. But Rochefort better start looking out. We see Langton is starting to catch up. Sean Langton is actually under attack at the moment from Greg Brazo. We saw that 12 of Brazo looking low, trying to get up there. Ooh, there's that 14 car of William Kruska. He's trying to get under that 12 for 4th. Second place, Rochefort under pressure from Sean Langton. Sean Langton under pressure as well. We got Greg Brazo looking low, trying to take third place back. Kruska right to the 12's back bumper. He looks to the high side, and oh no, I saw Seth French make contact with the wall. Oh shoot. 3 of your top 5 just got heavy damage in that wreck. We'll take a look at the wreckage replay to see what happened. This is not good for a lot of your leaders. And this all happened with Seth French. I mean, he was in the lead. One of the fastest cars on the track. Let's take a look at what happened. Just washed up the track off of 4. We see gets loose, tags the wall. And he gets a little bit airborne. Slides down the track right into Rochefort. Langton does a good job turning left and praying. He's able to avoid it. Greg Brazo gets some contact from Rochefort. 22 of Harton. Nowhere to go. Some other drivers trying to avoid. Oh, that's the 08 of Ankenbauer. See the 77 Frisch's involved. A lot of fast drivers got involved in this one. Man. We see a lot of drivers going in as well. Sean Langton, who was the leader after the crash, he goes in. Majority of the drivers are heading in, so Trevor Olsen has inherited the lead over Michael Wallace. Wallace in second. Duran's in third. Guarino in fourth. Alan Warnecki in fifth. Watch out for Warnecki. He won last race at South Boston. We know he is fast. And looks like he actually, Jesse Baker, goes by and makes it to the fifth spot. Baker went into the pits. I believe he took some tires. So he'll have fresher ones compared to the rest of the field. Comes Sean Langton coming as well. Langton with the I Love Jerky, Club Jerky sticker on the car. Sponsor of tonight's race. We got 3 drivers down a lap. That's Seth French, and 2 of them are Seth French and Stephen Rochefort. And man, both of them have lost a ton of ground. Both of them started 1-2, and now they're in the bottom 4. This wreck has really hurt their chances for getting the win tonight at Charlotte. Getting ready to go back green. Trevor Olsen restarting on the bottom. Michael Wallace on the top. Here we go. Behind them, we got Jordan Duran's. Your biggest mover of the race. Duran had to start in the back. Made his way up to the field. And then outside of him, we got David Guarino. Here we go. Pace car pulls in. And there we go. We see the 42 of Trevor Olsen taking off. Green flag is back out. Here comes the 48 of Jordan Duran's looking low for second. They're side by side as we go here into turns 1 and 2. Duran's with the nose. And he gets by, and he's now in second place. Jordan Duran setting his sights on your leader, Trevor Olsen, who has a 3/10 lead right now. He's starting to get away from the rest of the field. Michael Wallace is under attack from Jesse Baker. Jesse Baker is fast right now. He is on a roll, and he's getting up there to your top 2. Your top 2 needs to watch out. Also behind them, we got Thomas Eggleston. Eggleston, he's got 1 win this year. He's in the top 5 right now. And here comes Thomas Eggleston looking to the high side. Looks like something happened to Jesse Baker. I don't know if he got loose off the turn, but he's lost a ton of ground. And if David Sheets gets by him, he'll be an 8th. Ton of momentum lost right there. Jordan Durans is actually starting to track down Trevor Olsen a little bit for that lead. Last time by, Durans was a teensy-tiny little bit faster there. Will it be enough to get by that 42? We'll see in the next couple of laps. It's an absolute mess behind them. Jesse Baker makes his way back to fourth. He's going to look to get up into the top three and start chasing Thomas Eggleston, who's in third. See Thomas Frisch in fifth. Under attack from Sean Langton. Langton was up in the top 5 before we saw that incident. He went into the pits and he's back in the top 5. Here comes Langton, reeling Frisch right in. Also got Greg Brazo behind them. Langton looks to the top. He looks to the bottom. He gets in the grass. That's how low he went on the track trying to get under that 77 machine, and he sends it into turn 1. Couldn't quite get under that 77 machine, and caution flag is out. Third of the night. Here's what happened. Let's take a look. We're watching William Kruska, and oh, I see what happened here. Let's actually go up to the 06. David Sheets actually slows down a little bit on the front stretch. We see the 5. Dustin Olsen gets into the back of him, and then Kruska right into the mix of things. He gets involved as well. There goes that 14 into John Deere country. Bet the grounds crew, but they're not happy after Kruska goes through the grass and see him get sideways. Luckily, he's on the bottom of the track, so I believe nobody else was involved. We see your leader, Trevor Olsen, going into the pits. Jordan Durans, Thomas Eggleston. A lot of your top 5 going in. So Jesse Baker, with a lot of drivers going into the pits, he's going to inherit the lead. Looks like Seth French is actually going to be getting his lap back here. He was your pole sitter. Then he sadly lost the lead after getting into an incident. He's going to try to make his way back up through the field. And I believe he was actually 2 laps down, so he's still another lap down. He's going to be hoping for another caution to get all of his laps back and get put back into contention for the win in this thing. Your rest of the top 5 after Jesse Baker, we see Thomas Frisch, Sean Langton, Greg Brazo, Ankenbauer. We haven't really heard much of that 08. He's up in the top 5. See what he can do. Brazo, at one point we know he was in third, was involved in caution number 2. Still got a little bit of damage. Sean Langton, he was up front, and then haven't really said Baker or Frisch's name too much. We see 77 warming up his tires a little bit, trying to keep the air in them so they're not cold on this next restart. He's going to have to get a good run if he wants to keep up with that 79. Charlotte is a momentum track for these late models. Lose the momentum, you are done. We'll say this is not a very common track where you see late models get ran. I've never ever seen a late model or super late model race here. I would have maybe thought they might have done it on the Legends Oval, but not on the 1.5 miles. I'm actually enjoyed this race so far at Charlotte. It's been some exciting action. You're waiting on that pace car to pull in here. Pace car pulls in.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is back out here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Here comes that 79 of Jesse Baker. We actually saw Sean Langton give him a little bit of a push side by side for the lead. Baker with the nose, trading a little bit of paint. We see Baker actually pushes the 77 of Thomas Frisch up the track, and he gets clear. Oh, we see some contact between the 77 and the 77. Sean Langton up into second. Thomas Frisch falls way back. Saw some contact get made between Baker and Langton between that 77. He falls back. So now Sean Langton right on Jesse Baker's tail. He looks low for the lead. Trying to do something here. Looking low. He gets to the rear quarter panel. I think he's going to try to make the pass here in 3 and 4. And yep, there we go. Sean Langton taking the lead. Oh, Ankenbauer gets loose off of 4, slides through the grass. Tough break for him. He was in the top 3. And there we go. Here's Langton. And oh, we see a car on the wall behind them. Langton got the lead when the caution came out. Let's take a look at what happened. And for the second caution in a row, we see William Kruska gets involved. We see him in the 5 of Dustin Olsen. They make contact, and this sends the 14 around. Olsen able to keep going. Kruska right in to the outside wall. And I believe nobody else was in. Oh, no. Warnecki had some contact. You see Guarino in the 12 of R.F. Boyer in the wall. Man, Kruska was up there. He was about mid-pack, running fast. And so he's out. He is currently with some damage right now at the moment. I don't know if this will affect him too much. There we see the 66 of Stephen Rochefort getting one of his laps back. He's now going to be 1 lap down. He had a tough break, was in second for the early portion of the race, and then got in a little incident and fell to the back and fell 2 laps down, and is trying to make it back up and trying to get back on the lead lap and get back into contention for this thing. Once again, gotta thank tonight's race sponsor, Club Jerky, for sponsoring this one. If you're a jerky fan, if you like beef jerky, visit their website, clubjerky.com. Every month, you get fresh, delicious jerky sent right to your door for you to enjoy. It's the best club you'll ever be a part of if you enjoy beef jerky. Clubjerky.com. I know a lot of times, sometimes just people don't even listen to the ad reads and the sponsors, but I really, really recommend Club Jerky. If you enjoy beef jerky, I know a lot of people are big beef jerky fans. So if you're one of them, clubjerky.com. Lights on the pace car are out. Getting ready to go back green here. It's going to be a tight battle when the green flag comes back out between Sean Langton and Jesse Baker. These two were going at it before the caution flag came out. Here we go. Behind them, we got Greg Brazo. He's back in third. Made his way back up to the field, and then... What's that? Oh, that's the 42 of Trevor Olsen. In fourth. He was leading at one point. Pace car's in. Green flag is back out. Sean Langton with the good restart. Greg Brazo, he's getting a good run on the bottom, side by side with Jesse Baker through the rest of the front stretch. The two make a little bit of contact. 79 slides up the track. And Greg Brazo into that second spot. He's going to set his sights on your leader, Sean Langton. Greg Brazo actually has Trevor Olsen right on his back bumper. Olsen looks low. Here comes that 42. I think he's going to try to make a pass here in turns 3 and 4. He can't, however. He's side by side with Jesse Baker, who is keeping up the momentum on the outside despite getting launched up there. And he is in the 4th spot, staying in the top 5. Baker now trying to get back by Brazo for second. There goes Olsen trying to get by Baker. He looked high, he looked low, and we see Jesse Baker looking back low under Greg Brazo. They're side by side. I don't know if maybe Jesse Baker might have the advantage considering we see the 12 of Brazo actually has a little bit of damage. Here we go. Jesse Baker moves up into the top 2 and is going to try to get up there to Sean Langton. Here comes Trevor Olsen looking low under Greg Brazo, trying to follow behind Jesse Baker. Jordan Duran's. Here we see him looking under Trevor Olsen. From 2nd to 6th. These drivers are in close proximity of each other. Here's Trevor Olsen right on the back bumper of Brazo. He could move him right now. Woo! Brazo right into the back bumper of Jesse Baker. Here's Jordan Duran's coming on the bottom. He gets by Trevor Olsen. Duran's into that 4th spot now. We're going to try to see if he can get by Greg Brazo. Since the restart, only Jesse Baker's been able to get by that 012. Here's Duran's. He looked low. He looked high, trying to see how is he going to get by that 12 of Greg Brazo. There he goes, looking low on the back stretch. Is he going to try to do something here in 3 and 4? Brazo doing a great job playing defense on Duran's. Throwing some hard blocks, trying to keep that 48 from getting by. Once again, Duran's right on the back bumper. See if he can try to do something here on the back stretch. Looks high. He got to the rear quarter panel of Brazo. Not quite able to get by, though. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Duran's break out the chrome horn here. He's been stuck behind Brazo for a few laps now. And Jordan Duran's better make a pass quick. He's got Thomas Frisch right on his back bumper. Almost got onto the apron there, and here comes Thomas Frisch looking to the high side. He's making it work. He's getting a good run. And he gets by into the 4th spot. And then here comes Frisch looking low under Greg Brazo. That 77 is looking fast. He seems like that car's feeling good. He's pretty confident right now. And he gets by. He's clear over Greg Brazo. Can Frisch get up there to Jesse Baker? There's a big gap between 2nd and 3rd. Here comes Jordan Duran's finally looking low under Greg Brazo. He's trying to follow behind that 77 of Thomas Frisch, and he does. Up into the 4th spot. Jordan Duran's. Duran's now trying to break into the top 3 and get to Thomas Frisch. There goes Duran's looking low. We are side by side. Duran's on the bottom. He gets into third. Jordan Duran's started in the back. In the top 3 now. What a story for that 48 machine. He is fast right now, but is he fast enough to catch second place Jesse Baker? Time will tell here at Charlotte. See, Duran's, he's running so low in the corner that he's getting down on the apron. I know he's thinking about defense, trying to hold off Thomas Frisch. 77 right on the back bumper. Looks high, he looks low, trying to find what's going to work for him. We're halfway through this thing here at Charlotte. Sean Langton, he's got a 1 second lead right now over Jesse Baker. He's just been on a Sunday drive right now, just cruising. I will say, though, Jesse Baker's gotten the lead back down to under a second. He's trying to track down Langton for the lead. He's only got 50 laps left to do it. Frisch still working on Jordan Duran's for third. Looks like David Ankenbauer on Facebook says they will need fuel to make it to the end. Interesting. So it looks like we'll see some fuel strategy come into play here. So the question is, when are we going to see your leaders come in? Drivers like Sean Langton, Jesse Baker, Jordan Duran's. We'll start watching pit road here. We got the pit sector on, so we'll know if somebody drops down onto pit road. Thank you for telling us that, David. Sean Langton actually has some lap traffic right now. There he goes by David Guarino. Thomas Frisch still struggling to get by Jordan Duran's for third. Duran's is actually running a 10th faster. And uh-oh! Looks like David Guarino into the wall. I don't know if his tires aren't good anymore. If he burnt off his stuff. Because he went right into the wall. Here comes Greg Brazo in 5th coming by. And here comes Jordan Duran's actually catching up to Jesse Baker for 2nd. Jesse Baker was on a Sunday drive and looks like he's actually starting to slow down a little bit. I don't know if he is in tire/fuel saving mode right now. And Jordan Duran's isn't. Duran's is actually running about a 10th faster than Baker. Oh, we see Dustin Olsen going into the pits. I believe he's going in to get some fuel. And also, he actually has a little bit of right front damage on that 5. There you go, pulling in.
All right, man.
And oh no, caution flag is out. See some drivers go off track. Take a look at what happened. Oh, and wait. Looks like it happened in front of Sheets. Trying to find who that 14 is. I don't know. We'll go back to Seth French here. Let's take a look at what happened. So he was looking under that 42 machine. Oh, that's Trevor Olsen, and Olsen just moves down the track right into French. The two beat and bang. French sideways. Sheets was involved. This caution is exactly what the drivers who needed to come in and get fuel wanted. Alan Warnecki, only driver staying out. Jordan Duran's first one off of pit road, then Michael Wallace, then Jesse Baker. We got Stephen Rochefort back into the top 5 for the first time since like the beginning portion of this race. Sorry if there was any noise in the background. Big storm going on where I'm at. Slowed down a little bit though. Always little pop-up showers here in the summertime. Clear sky, though, here at Charlotte, virtual Charlotte. Partly cloudy once again. 78 degrees. Track isn't too hot. Perfect weather. Here for some racing. Ooh, so looks like a little bit of spotter miscommunication there for Trevor Olsen. Spotter said he had room, didn't. Happens here on iRacing. Just got to keep on going. Trevor Olsen, that's what he did. He's still out here and trying to see if he can get back up front. Thanks to David Ankenbauer for being our little in-race reporter on Facebook. We don't have the race chat on just because you never know what's going to get said on there. So that's why it's not on the broadcast.
Green flag, green flag.
Currently got 40 laps to go here at Charlotte. Green flag is back out. We see Jordan Duran takes off. He's able to get a good run on the bottom. Gets clear of Michael Wallace. Jesse Baker right on the 48's back bumper. Baker looks to the high side. Now he looks low, trying to find how he's going to get by Jordan Duran. Jordan Duran's playing some good defense, blocking every move Baker tries to make. We're side by side for third. Here comes Sean Langton on the bottom. Langton was your leader at one point. There goes Jesse Baker to the high side, trying to see if that's how he's going to get by the 48 of Duran's. Falls back in line. Right on that back bumper. He could have tapped him right there. Didn't, though. '79 to the high side. Comes Sean Langton on the bottom, looking low under Jesse Baker, and if he can get a good run, we're almost 3 wide there. That was very, very close. Langton taps that back bumper of the 48, just letting them know, hey, I'm here, and I'm fast. That time by Langton, 10th faster. Ooh, we see Jesse Baker, Sean Langton make contact. So Langton able to get clear of Jesse Baker, and now he's looking low. And woo! Right into the rear quarter panel. We see the 48 goes around. Oh my gosh. Well, that's an interesting turn of events. Yellow flag is out. Let's see what happened. Sean Langton was right on Duran's back bumper. And we were coming on the back stretch. Yeah, just gets right into that rear quarter panel. 48 gets sent around. Down into Michael Wallace. Ooh, Thomas Eggleston involved. We got the 42 of Olsen. David Sheets. Harton. A lot of drivers involved in that one. Let's see. Let's look at the right rear quarter panel of Sean Langton. Oh, that's not right rear, right front. Oh, no. Trying to get it. There we go. Yeah, I don't know if he was just going to try to give him a little tap, not trying to send him around, but it ended up turning into something big. Or just didn't realize he was coming up on him so fast. I really don't know. But after making that move, Sean Langton is in the lead right now. Jesse Baker behind him, Thomas Frisch in third, Brazo in fourth, and then Seth French back in the top 5. This has been a roller coaster day for him. Started on the pole, led the first couple laps, then got in a wreck, fell to the back, and he's back up in the top 5. Watch for him to try to get back into the lead in the final laps. After this broadcast, make sure to stick around because we're going to have some more racing with the iRacing Oval Series Truck Series. It's going to be like right after this, a couple minutes after. So there's going to be no break in racing action tonight on Intensity Broadcasting for the doubleheader. Lights are off. Getting ready to go back green. Sean Langton restarting on the bottom. Jesse Baker restarting on the top. Here we go. Yeah, I think the last wreck was just a racing incident. Both drivers were racing hard for that top spot and just saw some contact get made and some cars go around. Only 10 cars on the lead lap. Pace cars in. We are back green flag racing here. Sean Langton takes off. He gets ahead of Jesse Baker. Jesse Baker under attack from Thomas Frisch. Frisch has been up here the entire race. We know he's fast. He looked to the high side and he actually falls behind a little bit from Jesse Baker. Baker starting to reel in Langton for the lead. Jesse Baker looks to the bottom. He's looking low. Trying to see if that's how he's going to get by that 7 machine. Greg Brazo for 5th, trying to get by Thomas Eggleston. We see looking high, looking low, trying to see how he's going to be able to get by. Ooh, Jesse Baker got a good run there. on Sean Langton. Looking low. Sean Langton shuts the door on him, though. Got 29 laps to go here. Jesse Baker looking low. Right now, I mean, he's right on that back bumper of Langton. I mean, if he wants to bring out the chrome horn, I mean, he could just tap that bump. Oh, there he goes, looking low here in 3 and 4. Here he comes on the bottom. We're back. Whew. Jesse Baker's got to try to make a move. Thomas Frisch right on his back bumper, giving him some heat. Thomas Eggleston is also there in this battle for first, joining the party. They also have a battle behind them between Greg Brazo, Seth French, and Michael Wallace. He's actually a lap down, however. Woo! Things are getting crazy as we're coming to 25 laps to go. Jesse Baker saw him look low once again. He's got to try to make a move fast. He's under attack right now from Thomas Frisch. Here we go. We're hitting 25 laps to go. 75 completed. Baker right to that back bumper. Could have given it a little tap if he wanted to. Here comes Thomas Eggleston looking low for third. He got under him for a little bit, but we saw Frisch get a good run, and he was able to get back clear of that 78. There goes Thomas Frisch looking low for second. He's making his move. Gets to the rear quarter panel, gets to the door. They're side by side. He got a little bit squirrely off of 4. That gave 79 to Jesse Baker a little bit momentum. He gets back clear. Here comes Thomas Eggleston on the outside. Trying to see if that's how, if it's going to work up there. I'm not sure if it will. Here he comes. There goes Thomas Eggleston. He looks high. He looks low for third. Now caught under him. There goes Jesse Baker to the high side. That's not really the preferred groove here at Charlotte. There he goes. He's looking low. I think he's trying to make a bid for the lead here right now. Side by side through turns 1 and 2. Can Jesse Baker take the lead with 20 laps to go as we cross the line? Great run off of 4, and he gets clear. So a new leader, Jesse Baker. Sean Langton with the crossover. He looks back low. And we are back side by side between these two through 1 and 2.
All right, man. Caution.
And oh no, this battle's interrupted with a caution. I'm not sure what happened. Here we go. Saw Seth French looking low under Stephen Rochefort. This was about... Oh. Saw French get on down on the apron, washes back up, barely misses hitting Rochefort, and then into the grass, which is not where you want to be. It's not fun there. Slides back up the track. It's hard to control in the grass. He gets loose, slides up, right into the wall. Who was see David Sheets trying to avoid it. He ends up going through the grass as well. And we got a lot of your leaders going into the pits here. Wonder who is going to win the race off. It's like Greg Brazo. We see Alan Warnecki goes off. Thomas Frisch. Dustin Olsen, only driver that stayed out. He has inherited the lead. We see the 9, Michael Wallace getting one of his laps back. Still down a few laps, however. We see Alan Warnecki winning the race off of pit road here. See another driver coming around on the high side. That is David Sheets. He's getting his lap back. Looks like. And actually, no, it's looking like David Sheets has actually taken the lead despite him getting in the previous wreck. Lights are off on the pace car. Getting ready to go back green. Looks like David Sheets is restarting on the bottom. Sean Langton on the top. We have Jesse Baker, Dustin Olsen behind them. We're coming down to the nitty-gritty of this race. A lot of what happens between Sean Langton and Jesse Baker could affect the point standings, as Jesse Baker's actually only 5 points off of Sean Langton for the lead. Points race is tight between these two. Here we go. Pace car pulls in. Getting ready to go back green. The 06 of David Sheets gets a great takeoff on the restart. Sean Langton falls in line in second, and he's actually already looking low under David Sheets for first. That 7 is fast. I think Jesse Baker's also going to try to follow behind Langton on the bottom. Yep, here comes Jesse Baker. Ooh, he moved up right into Sheets. Able to keep it clean, and he's now in second. Baker setting his sights on your leader, Sean Langton. They're going to try to resume their battle that they had before the caution came out. David Sheets and Greg Brazo side by side for third. Brazo on the bottom, just getting a good run. Yeah, he flies right by. Thomas Eggleston trying to follow in Brazo's footsteps. Jesse Baker starting to reel in Sean Langton a little bit for the lead. Baker trying everything he can. Coming to the line. They've got 12 laps left to settle everything out here. Baker right up to the back bumper. Somehow the 7 of Langton got slowed down a little bit. We saw him peak low there. Couldn't get to the rear quarter panel of that 7. We're coming 10 to go this time by. Looks like we got a Jesse Baker fan on Facebook. These two have been going at it for laps now, even before the most recent caution. There he goes, looking low, trying to set something up here for 3 and 4 maybe. And no, can't quite get under him. So that's going to mean another lap of trying to get by that 7. Baker right there, looks high. I mean, he's keeping it right on Langton's back bumper. Take a look at the cockpit view of Jesse Baker. That right there. See him sawing that wheel. Can he get up there? Kind of like this cockpit view from Jesse Baker. I think we'll keep it on it. Get a little bit closer to that back bumper. Something happened to Greg Brazo. He fell back a lot. Looks like your leaders are coming up on some lap traffic. Jesse Baker looking low. Gets to the rear quarter panel. To the door. They're side by side. I think they're going to trade paint if they have to. Tight battle for the lead. Coming to 5 laps to go in this event. Jesse Baker still right there. I don't know if he has anything with 4 to go. I think we might see. Oh, no! What? Oh, my gosh. Caution flag is out. Looks like this was Greg Brazo. That was involved in this one. He was looking low under the 9 of Michael Wallace. We see he gets a little bit squirrely off of 4 and slides down right into the Kool-Aid machine of Greg Brazo. Right into the wall. And then there we see the caution comes out. So I believe we're going to see a green-white checkered here for the finish. This should be an exciting one. Especially between Sean Langton and Jesse Baker. Yeah, it's going to be a green-white checker. This is going to be some exciting, tight racing going on. See your 66 of Rochefort. Stephen Rochefort is actually back on the lead lap in that 66 machine. He was in second for the first portion of the race. Got in a wreck and fell to the back. Was a lap down or multiple laps down for most of the race. He's back on the lead lap. Is going to try to do something here to get back up front. Also, I will say there's not going to be interviews after this race because we got a broadcast coming up here very shortly with the iOS Truck Series. So we'll see the winner, we'll see the burnout, and then we're going to end the stream, get everything ready, and then we'll be back running with the iOS Truck Series. So stick around if you're watching right now. Stick around. It's going to be some awesome racing with the trucks at Daytona Road Course. So I believe we're going to be going back green here. We're going to see the green-white checkered. And then we will switch over to the iOS Truck Series. Race ran a little bit later than expected. But it's been some awesome racing. Lights are off. Here we go. Green-white checkered for the win. Sean Langton on the bottom. Jesse Baker on the top. Here we go. Coming to green. Pace car pulls in. Green flag is back out. We see Sean Langton gets a good jump. Not a great restart for Jesse Baker. Thomas Frisch gets a good run on the bottom. Beat and bang a little bit. Here comes Frisch. Yeah, he gets clear. See some blocks getting thrown. Oh, we see Jesse Baker around. Thomas Eggleston, final lap. There will be no caution. We're going to race to the end. Sean Langton, we see some more cars wrecking behind him, but Sean Langton, he's got about a 3-car length gap between him and second place. Thomas Frisch. Does Thomas Frisch have enough to get up there? See a bunch of wrecking behind them. Thomas Eggleston ends up coming out on third. So him and Jesse Baker make some contact. This is some crazy racing going on, but Sean Langton, if he can keep it clean through 3 and 4, he is your winner. Second win of the season. He's going to keep that point standings lead. He's your winner at Charlotte. Thomas Frisch gets second. Thomas Eggleston third. So that was a good race here with the LNS Customs Late Model Series, but we're going to have to drop off and get the stream ready for the iOS Truck Series. We will be back in just a second, so stick around here on Intensity Broadcasting.